everyone. Today we were going to talk about the March 1st movement in 1919. 1919 was the year of the 10th anniversary in the Korean-Japan Annexion Treaty. A year after the end of the World War I, in the brutal situation of the Japanese military rule over our people, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson insisted on national self-determination and the countries to abandon their colonies and liberate them for the European powers. This suggests that it could be understood as a Korean peninsula, the part of the colonies. People believe that the country is weak now, but when the strong and powerful countries help, they had a hope that they can make a springboard for attempts for independence. This movement declared February 8th Dokyo independence. Before the movement, Song Ye-baek, the exchange student of Joseon, brought February 8th documents of declaration back to Korea. There used to be a very strict exception for security at immigration, so he hid the document in his hat. He visited Hyun Sang-in, the headmaster of the central school, and he told Hyun about this movement. Hyun said that he was very blessed to hear that. He introduced Choi Lin, the president of 33 national representatives. Choi passed the message to Sun Byung-hee, the next president. When they were preparing for the March 1st movement step by step, there was a problem with the taegukgi and national Korean flag. If the flag is printed publicly, it can be suppressed by the Japan, so it was secretly printed in the Boseongsa, the printing company in the school inside of the Boseong Middle School. The next day, March 1st, the original plan was to have national representatives and students declare the independence document at noon, but representatives didn't come to the promised place, Tapol Park. They went to the Taehwagwan, a very fancy restaurant, and Choi Lin, one of the 33 representatives, says to An Sun-hwan, the owner of the Taehwagwan, to call the Japanese cop. Darochi Misodake, the head of the Japanese government general of the Korea, sent lots of the Japanese police to Taehwagwan. President went to jail after the Han Yeongun's short declaration of the independence. Then, what happened to students at Tapol Park? They wait for a president, but no one came to the park. Suddenly, one brave student came up to the desk and declared the document and spread all over the country. This movement for independence was known for divided into 3 stages. First, students started at Tapol Park. Then a group of merchants and laborers joined the movement. And finally, with farmers all together, then the movement changed into a battle. Participants of the movement were 2 million people. Murdered cases were 7,000 people, and about 50,000 people were illegally arrested by the powerful Japanese cops. As a result, 720 houses and 60 churches and schools were burned. After that, the movement was spread to China, Russia, and the United States, and even in Japan, Tokyo. You will think first of the Yu Gwansun when you think about the movement for independence in Korea. She graduated from the Ihwa School, the current Ihwa Women's University. She went to her hometown, Cheonan, because of Japanese colonization. She prepared for the movement in Cheonan. After 1 month of the movement, 1919, April 1st, she gave the Korean national flag to people in Aune Market in Cheonan. During this movement, she prepared for the movement in Cheonan, and Japanese police suddenly invaded her place, and she lost her parents by Japanese cops in front of her eyes. Even during the trial, she finally led to protests, so she told the Japanese judge to catch me and release innocent citizens. And since Japan killed Yu Gwansun's parents, she also says that the culprit was not her and by the Japanese colonized ruler. After that, she was moved to several prisons and eventually entered Sareman prison. and after being brutally tortured, she died on September 28, 1920. How was the lecture today? It's a lecture full of mourning because of Japanese brutal colonization in Korea. Let's all pray for her, Yu Guan-sun. Thank you for watching my lecture, and I hope to see you again.